Welcome, friends. This story is about two ascetic tapasvis and how they converse with Narad Muni. And what's the outcome? So, here, the first thing that happens, two ascetic are doing a penance under two adjacent trees from long time, from many years. And this part shows the combination of Jupiter, Mars, and action, spiritual action. Also, such things as penance don't come easily to everyone. It needs sacrifice, it needs a lot of things, including the willpower. And also, the main thing, the fifth house in astrology, the karma from the past life. Now, it so happens Narada Muni is traveling and he happens to be there. He sees these two ascetic and he goes to them. So what Narad Muni sees is the power of Saturn in these two people, in these two tapasvis. Saturn for perseverance. Then he starts conversation and the first tapasvi asks, "O great sage, please tell me how much time it will take for me to seek God, to have that enlightenment." So here this denotes moon, the clarity of mind. Next, the response of Narad Muni is what upsets the tapasvi, and he prepares to leave from here and eventually leaves also. So the response given by Narad Muni is, it will take another 20 years for you to have enlightenment. And so tapasvi is dejected. He feels, I was just 15-year-old when I left everything, when I left my home, and I've been wandering and I've been doing all the things to reach God. And now here, Narad Muni says it will take another 20 years when I already spent so many years of my life. It looks like everything is in vain, and he loses the motivation and he prepares to leave. So here, although with all the action from Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, the perseverance from many years, also clarity of mind, what and why we are doing everything, comes the illusion and the distraction of doubt. Next, what happens when the first tapasvi leaves? The second one stands up to pay respect to Narad Muni, and he asks the same question. So this signifies the sun, the significator of soul, but at the same time, depending on whether malefic or benefic can make someone to have a false pride or someone who is very humble and honest. So, to the question of Tapasvi, Rishi Narad says, "Oh dear Tapasvi, look at this tree and count the number of leaves this tree has. The number of leaves are on this tree, those many births you will have to take to get enlightened." Now, hearing this, unlike the first tapasvi, the second tapasvi is very much in bliss. He starts dancing, he feels satisfied, he's at peace. And here, this is something mercurial energy, although Mercury, which is young planet, young energy, but has logic also, practical logic. But here it defies when in connection with spiritual houses or spiritual planet and triggers the bhakti yoga, the devotion to God. So what happens in this case is the tapasvi is a mental rest, and he is so much overjoyed that at last there is someone who tells me, who guarantees me, and none other than Rishi Narad, who will never lie, who knows the future, that for sure I will get enlightened. What else do I need? Because I have been promised that I will be able to see the God. And this is the reason that he is so overjoyed and also motivated. And then he again goes back to parents. So, continuing further with more deep thinking, with more deep focus, this is the ultimate liberation, the energy of Ketu. Ketu, when in the moksha houses, 4, 8, 12, 12 being the most prominent, is said to liberate you from this birth. So, here in this story, we see that each stage of life we go through different energies of planet, the choices that we make, and how it influences a person. Friends, you are watching the Jupiter retrograde channel. Hope you like this video. Please hit the like and subscribe.